Hello again, everybody. I'm Scott Casper. It's time to take a look at the news from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. We'll start the week at Missouri Baptist University. That's in St. Louis, the home of the 2015 WCWA Women's College Nationals. It was the 12th year that the national championships have been held for women's collegiate wrestling, and it was the largest field ever. 21 teams, more than 250 athletes in competition. King University came in as the defending champs and carried a #1 ranking all season long. This year, the Tornado placed 11 athletes in the semis and 7 in the championships, taking a commanding lead from the very beginning. 3 of King's finalists were returning champs. Sophomore Haley Aguero won her 2nd straight national title. She defeated Aisha Moore of Lindenwood by technical fall 12-2 in the finals at 116. Also winning her 2nd straight title, senior Sarah Hildebrandt. She beat her King teammate Hannah Griswood 8-0 in the finals at 123. Becoming the 3rd two-timer for King was senior Julia Salata. She claimed the championship at 155 pounds with an impressive 10-0 tech fall over Hannah Hall of Campbellsville. We talked to Julia Salata on her team's tremendous performance at the Nationals.
Coach Mormon always emphasizes to us that we're never defending anything. We're always pursuing something. So that's the mindset we brought in today, is that we're pursuing a 2nd national title. You know, we came through having 7 girls in the finals. You know, our depth is just great, and we dominated. You know, I think we had more points going into the medal rounds than we did last year when we won. So I think we, total team effort, and we got the results we wanted for sure.
Now, after a runner-up finish last year, King's senior Amanda Hendy pinned Kayla Agia of Oklahoma City in 1:07 in the finals at $1:43. That was her first WCWA crown. When it was over, King had 4 individual champs, 3 runners-up, and 13 All-Americans, winning their 2nd straight team title while finishing a whopping 73 points ahead of runner-up Campbellsville. We talked with a guy who apparently has got it going on, the head coach, Jason Mormon. He was also named the WCWA Coach of the Year.
I was really pleased on how we competed. We competed better than we did last year as a team. It was maybe a little sloppy technique-wise in the semis. We found out a couple matches we were down and we had to come back, but we did what we needed to do, and we performed pretty well in the finals too. So yeah, I'm real proud of them.
Senior Emily Webster of Oklahoma City was attempting to become the 3rd wrestler in WCWA history to win 4 titles. In 2014, Simon Fraser's stars Victoria Anthony and Helen Maroulis became the first 4-timers in history. We talked with Webster after her 10-0 semifinals tech fall over Simon Fraser's Darby Huckle.
We all know that this tournament is won in the wrestlebacks, and we've got some people there, but they just gotta pick up their bootstraps and go on through, so I have faith.
Have you been kind of picturing the possibility of being a 4-timer? Has that been a goal of yours? I mean, now that you're this close?
Ever since I was a freshman, I've been going for this, and so yeah, this
One
is
more
a huge
day,
goal.
huh?
One more.
In the finals, Webster drew past cadet world champ freshman Marina Doi of King. Webster got her offense rolling and came away with another dominant 10-0 tech fall performance, becoming the 4-time national champ. Webster was also named the WCWA Wrestler of the Year. Second-year program Campbellsville defeated perennial power Oklahoma City for 2nd place by only a point, score 196-195. Winning the first WCWA title in Campbellsville history was freshman Kayla Miracle at 136. Miracle moved up a weight for the tournament and defeated Shy Mason of Jamestown in the finals, doing so 4-0. Now, Campbellsville did not secure 2nd place until the final bout of the evening. That's when Tiara Scott faced Brandy Lowe of Ottawa at 191 pounds. Scott jumped out to an early lead, but Lowe tied the matchup in the 2nd period. A push-out and a late counter takedown gave Scott the 11-8 victory, and the team celebrated as she came off the mat. Here's head coach Lee Miracle.
I knew we had the potential. It was just, going out there and getting it done, and the girls wrestled extremely tough the entire tournament. We had so many upset wins. Anytime we were down, we continued to fight, and I think that the girls are just finally starting to come together as sophomore and freshmen, and they're fighting for each other now, and that's the difference.
All 10 of the top-seeded athletes coming into the tournament finished with a title in their weight class. Oklahoma City sophomore Cody Fowl claimed the 109-pound title with a first-period pin in the finals over Simon Fraser's Abby Lloyd. Senior Jakara Winchester of Missouri Valley scored the only takedown in the finals at 130. She defeated King freshman Jessie Key 2-0. Following a runner-up finish in 2014, junior Victoria Francis of Lindenwood was dominant at 170. She pinned Ashley Miles of McKendree 2 minutes 7 seconds in the finals. Congrats to team champ King and every WCWA All-American on jobs well done. So proud. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
ASICS has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because you know, I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Hi, I'm Wayne Boyd, Director of Operations and Development for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club. The club was founded to help wrestling worldwide, especially at our senior level, of course at the collegiate level and the high school level. But the most important level for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club is the kids level. And these are some of the guys today that will be tomorrow's Olympic champions. Let's hear it, guys.
Titan Mercury!
That's Titan Mercury Wrestling Club, San Marino, California.
Well, it was a busy week for Team USA as competitions took place in 3 different countries. In Havana, the U.S. sent athletes in all 3 styles to compete in Cuba's annual international tournament. The first day of competition for the Americans featured women's freestyle wrestling and Greco-Roman. Well, the freestyle tournament is called the Sierra Pilado International, and 3 top Americans won gold for the 2nd straight year. Victoria Anthony won the title at 105, winning 4 matches, including a 10-0 tech fall in the finals over Malacana of Ecuador. Anthony was also named the Mat.com Wrestler of the Week for her performance. Now, the champion at 121, 2-time world medalist Helen Merlis. She scored 4 tech falls on her way to gold. In the finals, she put away Bassett of France 10-0. World champ and 4-time world medalist Elena Peroskova had 2 wins at 152 pounds. It included an impressive 10-0 tech fall in the finals over 2014 world champ Aline Falken of Germany. Claiming bronze in the women's division, Alyssa Lampe at 105. The first day also featured the final round of the Grandma Cup, the Greco-Roman competition. For the 2nd straight year, world medalist Andy Basic came home as the champ at 163. His biggest victory came in at round 1, a 1-1 decision over Cuban star Julio Bastida. Basic finished with a 3-0 record, while Cuba claimed the other 7 gold medals in Greco. Day 2 featured men's and women's freestyle at the Sierra Pilado, and it was another big day for Team USA. In women's freestyle, 2-time world champ Adeline Gray and Olympian Kelsey Campbell added to the gold medal haul. Gray secured 2 pins and a finals tech fall for the title at 165. Campbell had 3 straight wins at 128, including a medical forfeit in the finals. Well, the men's freestyle team got off to a great start with a pair of individual champs. 18-year-old sensation Aaron Pico capped off a superb day at 143. He defeated 2-time world team member Reese Humphrey of Team USA in the finals. Pico led 5-0 before Humphrey was disqualified after receiving his 3rd caution of the bout. Another title for the U.S. came from 2-time world team member J.D. Bergman at 213. Bergman took out Cuba's top 213-pounder in the finals with a 10-1 decision. American Joe Colon won a bronze at 125 when he downed 2012 Olympian Sam Hazewinkle 10-0. The final day was all men's freestyle, and Team USA added yet 2 more titles. 2014 U.S. World Team Trials runner-up Zach Ray was the heavyweight champ. He went 3-0 and beat European medalist Ligeti of Hungary in the finals 6-2. 2014 Junior World Silver medalist Joey McKenna won a 4-athlete round robin at 134. He lost a bout to 2014 World Bronze medalist Yolis Bol, but beat 2 other Cuban wrestlers. And when Bol lost later on, McKenna was named the champion based on the tie-breaking criteria. 2 more Americans won silver, Clayton Foster at 189 and Dustin Schlater at 154. Foster dropped a 5-4 decision in the finals to world medalist Ramirez Salas. Schlater also came up just short, dropping a 5-4 decision in the finals to Polish junior world champion Gatsiev. Now the U.S. had 3 medalists at 154. Jason Welch, Kevin LaValle both took home the bronze. Our wrestling news continues after this short timeout.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
Next we go to Clip-On Sweden, one of the toughest women's tournaments of the year, the Clip-On Lady Open. In the senior division, 2 young stars came home with bronze medals. 3-time junior world medalist Erin Golston won 3 of her 4 bouts at 105, including a stunning victory over Sun of China in the bronze medal round. Oklahoma High School star Becca Leathers was impressive at 121. She also finished with a 3-1 record, including an exciting win over Poland's Perezuski in the bronze medal round. Now, 3 Americans finished 5th after dropping bronze medal bouts. Catherine Fulp-Allen at 116, Trinity Griffin at 128, and Brittany Roberts at 165. We go to the cadet division. The top American performer was Michigan's Kenya Spencer. She claimed a silver medal at 154. She made it to the finals by winning her pool before falling to her Japanese opponent. Other high placers were Rona Heaton of South Dakota. She took 4th at 108. Colorado wrestlers Caden Campbell and Jersey Estrada, they both took 5th at 101 and 114 respectively. Good job out of those kids. Well, a group of Greco-Roman wrestlers traveled to Kermanshah, Iran for the highly respected Takti Cup. 2012 Olympian Ben Provisor competed at 176 and dropped his only match to his Iranian opponent. At 130, Ryan Mango was defeated in his only bout, and that time by an Egyptian. Also losing to an Egyptian opponent was young star Brian Graham at 145. The U.S. delegation included Greco-Roman team leader Kiki Kelly, Kirby Cup founder Dr. Dave Kirby, and Baman Bakhtiari of the Semnani Family Foundation. The USA visit was big news in Iran and received quite a bit of media attention. Coach Matt Lindland and team leader Kiki Kelly were featured in interviews on this Voice of America program. Well, the Division I college dual meet season is quickly winding down. This past weekend, the NWCA National Duels kicked off with 8 regional dual meets held on college campuses around the country. In Iowa City, Iowa, top-ranked Iowa battled number 13 Virginia inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. Coach Tom Brand sat 3 of his starters, but the Hawks still won 8 of 10. For a 30-6 victory, improving the team's record to a perfect 15-0. At 125, backup Philip Lowe lost to Virginia's Nick Herman, but nationally ranked Corey Clark followed with a 12-3 win at 133 over George DiCamillo. At 141, it was Josh Jeva who had a solid performance, stopping Joe Spizak 11-1.
You know what? We're in the postseason now. This is regular season's over. Today was the first leg of the postseason. We got the national duels, Big Tens and nationals. So. You know, I'm not sure who we're going to line up against on Saturday night, but we're ready to go. Anybody.
We go to 49. Iowa freshman Brandon Sorensen secured a pin over Gus Seiko, and Michael Kelly came out on top, defeating Andrew Atkinson at 157. Virginia rebounded at 165, and Nick Sulzer edged out Nick Moore 8-7. Perhaps the biggest win for Iowa came at 174. That's where backup Alex Meyer took out nationally ranked Blaze Butler 9-8.
I knew he was getting tired, and if we went on our feet, he was going to back away and keep me at a distance. And I knew he didn't have a stall call, and I could put a good ride on him, and my corner wasn't telling me any different, so that's what I did.
Iowa closed out the dual meet with 3 straight victories. Sammy Brooks stopped Tyler Askey 20-7 at 184. And at 197, it was Nathan Burek who beat Zach Ney. And backup Chris Klaproth closed it out with a win of 7-2 at 285 over Patrick Gillen. Coach Tom Brands talked about the victory.
You get to see some excitement with some guys that you don't normally see, but you know, Meyer's proven he can do a good job all year. And you know, the fun one for me was heavyweight. You know, we got a 97-pounder out there that does whatever we ask. He's a great student, and he's between a rock and a hard place, so good for him too, right? We got to do it right this week training-wise, and we got a big event coming to Iowa City this coming Saturday and Sunday. So 1 week from today, there's going to be a national dual championship crowned, and you know, we got work to do before we get to that match, but we got to, first things first, we got to do it right this week.
Now let's take a look at other regional results from across the country and from our national duels. Number 2, Missouri beat American 34-3 on its home mats in Columbia. Number 3, Ohio State traveled to Edinburgh, where they beat the 15th-ranked Edinburgh Fighting Scott 30-7. The Bucks also won the highlight bout at 141, where 3-time national champ Logan Stieber beat NCAA runner-up Mitchell Port 6-3. Number 4, Minnesota traveled to Fargo, North Dakota, where they defeated the North Dakota State team 26-9. Number 6, Cornell hosted Drexel in Ithaca and scored a dominant 35-6 victory. Number 11, Lehigh won its regional at home when it beat George Mason 27-9 in Bethlehem. Number 12, Illinois hosted a regional in Champaign and shut out Kent State 38-0. In a battle of unranked teams, Chattanooga edged out Oklahoma on its home mats in Tennessee 19-16. The 8 regional winners will now travel to Iowa City this weekend for the finals at Carver Hawkeye Arena. In the new NWCA rankings, Cornell jumped up to number 5, meaning the top 5 teams in the country will be on the mats at the national duels. Unbeaten, number 1 Iowa will open up against Chattanooga. Second-ranked Missouri is also undefeated and will face the 12th-ranked Fighting Illini. Number 3 Ohio State will open up against Lehigh, the 11th ranked, and 4th-ranked Minnesota will battle the 5th-ranked Cornell in the quarters. It all starts at noon Central Time on Saturday. The semis follow at 3. Championship round and third-place match will take place Sunday morning at 11:30 Central. Tickets are still available. Few of them are for those who can make it to Iowa City. And for those you can't, you can also watch it on the Big Ten Network, starting with the semis live at 3, that's Saturday, and the finals live on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Central. We, of course, will have a recap on next week's show. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this short timeout.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are, whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in. whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
Well, in other college action, 5th-ranked Penn State traveled to Stillwater over the weekend to take on the 7th-ranked Oklahoma State Cowboys. For the first time in Gallagher-Iba history, the Cowboys put the mat on a raised platform, and 4,691 fans came out to see the showdown. In a battle of ranked athletes at 125, Eddie Clamara got the Cowboys off to a great start with an 8-7 win over Jordan Conaway.
You know, we've kind of been, I wouldn't say laying off, but it's been intense. We've been working on things, practicing harder. It's been just as intense as it's been all year. Just been improving on our technique and stuff and working hard.
Penn State rebounded with a pin at 133 by Jimmy Gullibon, and then Cowboy Dean Heil needed overtime to beat Cade Moss at 141. One of the big surprises of the duel was at 149. Nittany Lion Zach Bites pinned NCAA runner-up Josh Kindig. The Cowboys got bonus points in the next two bouts. Anthony Kalika scored a tech fall at 157 over Dylan Alton, and NCAA champ Alex Derringer majored Garrett Hammond 14-4. Penn State won two of the next three, with All-Americans Matt Brown at 74 and Morgan McIntosh at 97. They sandwiched a Cowboy victory at 184 by Nolan Boyd. Surprise, it all came down to heavyweight, where Cowboy Austin Marsden faced Penn State's John Gingrich. At the end of regulation, the score was all tied up at 2. Oklahoma State heavyweight scored on a reversal while Gingrich got an escape, giving Marsden the 4-3 win. Marsden's victory also locked up the team win. The final score, 21-18, Oklahoma State. We talked to Austin Marsden on his huge win.
My coaches always tell me any duel can just come down to me, so always be prepared for that situation. And I know how it feels like, because I've been in that situation many times throughout my career, and I haven't been on the winning side as much as in the past, but now I'm starting to get a couple wins. Iowa State match came down, and this match came down to me, and starting to get used to the situation and just be more calm, and not really let the hype get to me.
Cowboy head coach John Smith talked about the team's biggest win of the year.
Penn State wrestled hard. You know, some of those matches where it appeared to be a little bit lopsided, we were real competitive in them, and I think that's chemistry of a team. The next guy goes out, wrestles a little bit harder, you know, when he sees his teammate competing hard. You know, if you told me we'd give up 2 pins and win the match, I'd tell you, oh, it could have been an ugly match. But you know, I was glad the next guy came out, kind of recuperated, Dean Heil, after getting pinned at 33, wrestling hard and well, and then Kalika coming and, you know, obviously picking up an important tech fall, you know. So just some key things that you need to see, you know, in a team to improve, you know. I mean, that's really what our focus is, you know, probably the rest of the season, is to make sure we utilize this season to get everything we can out of them.
Prior to their big win over Penn State, USA Wrestling had a Google Plus hangout with 3 stars from Oklahoma State who talked about their season and the challenges that lie ahead. NCAA champ Alex Derringer is looking to defend his national title.
I would just say focusing on my offense, you know, on my feet, you know, because that's where my best game is, you know, just keep attacking. And, you know, last year I had probably about 20 bonus point matches, and I'm already going to beat that this year. But I think it's because I'm a lot stronger this year, just from not cutting much weight. I can focus on just getting better.
Josh Kindig was an NCAA runner-up last year and looks to reach the top of the podium this year in St. Louis.
It's been good. I mean, I'm focused on the same things, just getting stronger, because, I mean, I'm not a huge 49-pounder, but I got some strength too. And, you know, I just focus on, at this time of the year, my finesse and, you know, just capitalizing on the small things.
Heavyweight Austin Marsden has improved from an All-American season last year and also has high goals for this year.
This year, coach has been really, like, pushing on me, like, start where you ended off from last year, and that's what I'm really trying to focus on, and being a more athletic and, you know, changing my style. I'm not being a typical heavyweight like I was last year at the beginning of the season.
Hey, it's time for our USA Wrestling Photo of the Week. The pictures are sent in by wrestling families and fans from around the country and are being considered for the photo contest page in our USA Wrestler magazine and the USA Wrestling Facebook page. This week's pick was sent in by Brian Pfeiffer, and it shows 7-year-old Quinn Pfeiffer from Waunakee, Wisconsin, and the Champion Factory Club getting ankle control on his way to a recent victory. You can have your photographs considered for our contest simply by emailing them to Gary Abbott at gabbott@usawrestling.org. Folks, that'll do it for this week's show. From all of us at USA Wrestling, I'm Scott Casper, and thanks for watching.